Hello and welcome. This is On Mic with Jordan Rich, a podcast that supports the art of conversation about all kinds of things, ranging from art and literature to music, science, history, and more. Today we're going right at the cultural phenomenon known as video gaming. And I have the perfect guest to talk all about it. He is David Giltinan. As he says, he wears all kinds of hats. He knows everything there is to know about video games. He plays them, he writes them, he designs them, he even does voices for them. He has a podcast that is required listening for gamers called ARGcast, another retro gaming podcast. It's very popular. He's been working in the video game industry since 2012. And while I wouldn't even attempt to challenge him in front of a game console, I do respect David's knowledge and understanding of the industry, and I'm thrilled that he's here today. So David Giltinan, master of all video games, let's go on, Mike. Pong. You know what that is?
I do know about Pong, yes.
You know what Atari is then?
I know all about Atari. Yes.
I was there at the beginning, and then I trailed off, and I need people like you to help me out.
Okay, fair enough. There's a lot of ground to cover, but I think we can do it there.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. Let's talk, first of all, about you, because you've got a podcast that I'm happy to promote called the ARGcast, ARGcast, which is, it's called Another Retro Gaming Podcast. There must be more than one out there, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, like that whole naming convention. The reason behind that is because it's a little bit of a nod to like the fact that we did a retro gaming podcast before that. So
before it was retro,
right? Well, it was another retro gaming podcast, but it was called Talk Retro because it was part of Retro Magazine, and I was the managing editor for Retro Magazine at the time. So that's like the whole reason behind that naming convention. So.
Got it. Let's talk about you.